I don't necessarily mean to come on social media and say these things, but I feel like I have to say it anyway to get a point across. But people say you act different when you don't act the way they want you to. You feel me? And especially this: if a person always come around you talking about somebody that y'all both know that's actually trying to change their life, why you don't think they doing the same thing when you're not around them to someone else that you both know? Let me repeat that. If a person always coming up to you talking about somebody that y'all both know that's actually trying to change their life, don't you think that they talking about you to that same person or someone that you both know? You feel me? So that's crazy how we are creatures of our own habits. Monkey see, monkey do type of world. What we see everybody else do, we oftentimes gotta go do. Stand in line to wait for some Jordans when you can actually purchase them online. Oh man, this crazy. I shouldn't be having to say all this. You feel me? But I feel like sometimes people fail to realize that you can actually be different and be yourself sometimes. You feel me? You don't necessarily have to have a lot of friends to get somewhere in life. And that's one thing that I'm thankful for, a renewed mind. I'm thankful for God allowing me to realize some things that I struggle with along the way. You feel me? And one thing that I'm actually thankful for is not having other people to tell me when I'm wrong, when I know I'm wrong. And that's because I take ownership for everything I do in my life. And that sometimes can be very frustrating because sometimes you actually want to be right all the time, but no one can always be right. You feel me? But God. And if you actually see somebody trying to change their life around, don't clown them. You feel me? Because you don't know what they're going through mentally to get to where you're actually at in your life. Like when you got a homeboy that's writing music and really think he going hard and you know his lyrics suck, you need to tell your homeboy his lyrics suck so he become a better person. And if he can't take constructive criticism, then I'm sorry. That's something him and God gonna have to work on. You feel me? Or when you got that homegirl that claims she can do hair and can't do an inch of hair to save her life. You need to tell your homegirl to go on YouTube and watch how to do hair. Or when you got somebody that's actually trying to get in school to get a GED so they can get a better job to support them or their kids or to put food on the table for themselves, support that person because you don't know what that person going through until you see what they're going through. Yeah, you may have a person say, "Bro, I'm good, bro. Yeah, bro, everything good, bro. Life great." But if you don't see that for yourself, know what I'm saying? Knowing that they're struggling, just take an extra 2 steps to make sure they good. You feel me? And that's something that most people are afraid of, to reach out and help somebody. Like this this part of time around this time, the cold weather, I ride by so many homeless people. You feel me? And the first thing I see people doing is pulling their cameras out, trying to put these homeless people on camera. Why do that if you ain't gonna buy them a blanket? And if you do pull your phone out to put them on camera, take a picture of them and show them how good they look wrapped in that blanket or in that jacket that you just brought them. You feel me? Or you got, man, I remember when I first met a little kid back in the hood, man, and he walked around with some shoes on it without no shoes on his feet. And instead of everybody uplifting this little jit probably like 12, 13 years old. First thing they did was laugh at him. You don't do stuff like that. Cause that same legit could have went and go rob a bank or shoot a person, even committed suicide. You feel me? More of this, man, support what's real instead of always putting everything into the wrong things. Like with music. If you got a homeboy that's actually talented or actually got the gift of creating new sounds through music, support that individual because that person could be the same person to put the community on, to put a kid in college, to help your mama pay her bills or whatever the case may be. Now, if he suck, all you could do is just pray for him because that's all you can do. If and definitely if you don't want to take constructive criticism to become a better artist, or if you got that homegirl who can't do hair and she's really trying to become the best whatever, you know what I'm talking about, the best type to do the hair, Support her. Don't bash her for it. Just help her. You feel me? Hey, this is what you need to do. Nah, you don't do it like that. Well, I'm gonna show you this type of video so you can learn from it, so you become better at what you do. You feel me? Just support each other. I get sick and tired of waking up seeing everybody bashing each other, people back in my city not getting along with each other when we all trying to get somewhere in life. We all are living in a city full of crabs. You feel me? If that one person come up, you gonna have the next person trying to bring them back down. Nobody don't want to go through that all the time in their life. You feel me? That's what make people leave the city and not come back, because people don't necessarily support what's real. I always want to support the dumb stuff. You feel me? You could have a person been thugging all their life and decide to give his life to Christ. The first thing people gonna do is laugh at him because they're used to this person living that certain type of lifestyle. But when he finally give his life to Christ, the first thing they gonna say is, "Oh, he acting funny. Oh, he ain't real." That's crazy. We are creatures of our own habits. Monkey see, monkey do. We need to break that. That's not what it is no more. I remember growing up in the hood, I was fascinated by the dope boys having a lot of money, the clothes, the girls. And really, to be honest, some of the dope boys back in the hood doing the same thing they did 10 years ago and talking about balling. You was balling 10 years ago doing the same thing. You have not come up yet. Change sometimes. Change is always good. That's why I decided to get back in school. That's why I decided to give my life to Christ. That's why I decided to mentor kids, because I want to see a change. I don't want to wake up every morning being stuck in the same place. And I don't want none of my homeboys waking up feeling comfortable waking up in the same position they were just in yesterday. That's why I tell all my dogs, we gonna be big. I don't necessarily say that to say we gonna be big, bro, and to shoot them dreams. Because nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. And if you don't necessarily work hard for everything, you're not going to see a change. You feel me? So, now I say, when I vent or when I say something,